Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Well, we're not, because it's what I normally do. It's Pokemon. No surprises there. But anyway, today, as I said last time, we'll be building around Palkia, who is one of my favourite less, I suppose, underexplored even, restricteds. So the team I have here for you, we have Palkia, obviously. I'll start with the Palkia because that's where we're starting. Now, Palkia, its biggest problem is the fact that the three big ones in the format, Zacian and Xerneas and, well, not so much Kyogre. Kyogre's not that big of a problem, but those two are definitely huge problems for Palkia because it just drops to either of them. Even with Earth Power on here, which I haven't really got anything better to put there at the moment, so it's just Earth Power for a placeholder. Because we don't want Hydro Pump, misses is a pain. Just give it Scald, please. But yeah, it can't really do much against them, so it needs a lot of support for those two. And in support for those two, we have Incineroar and Landorus for your Zacian matchup, and Among Us and Stakataka for your Xerneas matchup. Now, Among Us as well is also fantastic into Kyogre, with Grass Knot pretty much it's always a 2 KO, even with just a little bit of this investment. Now, I could have put less and more in special defense, but this was enough, basically, for what I needed it to do in living a Moonblast, +2 Moonblast, or a Water Spout, and then just doing so much back that it becomes irrelevant after. Clear Smog also available to get rid of the boosts, just in case you need that. Anyway, I'm kind of like a bit jumbled up here. I'm still trying to think things together. Let's go through the team one by one. So, the Among Us, always going to live a Water Spout. Nowhere near. Even a crit, it's going to live. Same for Raw Moonblast and a +2 Moonblast, it's always going to live. So that's where we've got heavy special defense. We've got the Cobra Berry just in case. It will definitely live that double up then of Hurricane from Tornadus and Water Spout. High HP, just under 220, because the 9 is perfect for Chip, although realistically it's a meta game with more terrain recovery than a weather chip, but still it's better for little things anyway, because we've got no Giga Drain here, so we don't need to worry about that. Rage Powder and Spore, because they're just staples. Clear Smog, as I explained, just for undoing those stats. Grass Knot for really chunking the Kyogre, and Groudon if we come across them. So next along, we've just got our standard Sash Tornadus with Tailwind, Air Slash, Taunt and Ice Wind. Now, because I'm not always going to be in rain with him, I have opted for Air Slash over Hurricane. It's just more consistent. And Taunt, because that can stop Geomancies if there's no redirection. It can also be very useful in the mirror, which is why we're running Timid max speed, just so we get a Forcer speed tie. Now, it's not as good against Whimsicott, but you can just Air Slash Whimsicott and it'll shut up then. And Icy Wind, just in case you get taunted yourself. But yeah, Taunt is always, it's very useful, this meta. Palkia itself, I put just enough speed so that under Tailwind it is faster than everything. I can't remember if this was at +1 after being dropped by Regieleki, which is everywhere. I can't remember. A little bit of special defense, just because I wanted that 179 number here. There's no point going higher, so I had to drop it in special defense and defense. So I just went with 4 and 12. There's absolutely no reason for them. And then it's max Timid, just so these are hitting as hard as I can. Spatial Rend and Hydro Pump when it does hit, which is, if it's not 100%, it's 50%, we all know that. Next is Incineroar. Now, this team, like I said, it's about 60% done, I'd say. It's not at its best, but it's getting there. We've got Fake Out, a second Taunt user, Snarl, and Flare Bits with a Citrus Berry. Pretty standard stuff, not heavily invested in attack, very defensive. So 66 special defense, just so those Astral Barrages are just being shrugged off, and you can 2-hit KO with Snarls. We've also got 38 attack, just so those flare bits. If I remember correctly, that is. Did I do? Let's do it quickly now, shall we? Let's import, copy, new tab. Where's damage? There's damage calculator. Bear with me while I do this. Import. Okay. Hopefully I cleared all my old ones and I haven't got 10. Because Incineroar has been through a lot. Custom set. That's the one. And we'll go into Zacian. AG Wall Breaker. Down to 50. And this one's adamant, so it will never live in the close combat. That makes sense. Yeah, so basically it was on a 0 defense. It was a roll to 1-hit KO. That was where I was aiming for. So obviously it was always KOing back. So I could put a bit more in there, to be honest. It's probably a good idea. And saying that, I might change this to a Assault Vest. Like I said, it's 60% done. But yeah, so we need a bit more attack. Not by a lot. So the defense probably doesn't need to be as high. And if we just drop us up to 143, 144. Let's go to 145. There we go. So 145, that should guarantee the okay now. So where are we? Special attack. We go to 145. And no, it's still pretty low roll actually. How bizarre. Why are we serious? That would probably help a lot, to be honest. Yep, so adamant. So we're pushing the roll up a decent amount now. It's pretty much, where are we at? So 27% recoil. We are at about a 50% roll then. So yeah, that would massively help. And then Stack Attacker with Assault Vest, which after doing all the calcs is absolutely pointless. So I'm going to remove that for something else. Because we never live in a water spout, we never live in any water attack, we never live in any boosted Zacian close combat. So, I mean, the defense may as well stay. But I think I'm better off dropping Taunt here for U-turn. No, I'm just putting Taunt back in, aren't I? Giving you the Assault Vest. Intimidate. All the rest is fine. 66 special defense. Oh, we don't want to make him adamant. Actually, that's what the problem was. I didn't want to make him adamant because I wanted those snarls to be hitting a bit harder. So we'll make him sassy because the speed isn't too important. It's only for fake outs, and even then it doesn't really matter. Defense. So we need one less. There we go. One more. Get us up to 30. That's perfect now. So this just helps with the any special attacks coming his way is going to live a little bit better. So Stack Attacker. What item should we give Stacker then? I could drop Body Press for Trick Room. Do I want to? I could drop High Horsepower. I think I'll be dropping High Horsepower because I'm not hitting anything well enough with it. So let's drop Trick Room there. And do you want Citrus? Is there any point in you having a Citrus? Maybe, maybe not. So let's give you the Agua because it's definitely going to be procced lower anyway, so we may as well get that a little bit more. And then lastly, Landorus, which just absolutely destroys both Xerneas and Zacian with Earth Power and Sludge Bomb. No fancy sets here, just 252, 252 for. So Stack Attacker. Yeah, that special defense was to hit 130, which we don't particularly need anymore, so I'll get rid of that and put it into HP. Actually, no. I'll drop this down slightly. We'll drop you up to 252. And we'll put the 36 in here. So, oh no, you need to be 60, so we do need one more. There we go. So we know not to bring stack attacker to anything that is a special attack. And then we've got Landorus here. So, we'll get into some battles in a bit. But, first of all, I'd like to ask, what mythical would you build around? For me, if mythicals were allowed in VGC, I would definitely be building around Victini, because that thing is just a monster. Absolute monster in any format it's allowed in. Choice scarf sets, choice band sets, choice spec sets even. It just has so much going for it. I'd love to be able to use it in VGC. And with that, let's get into some battles. If we can find someone, that is. It would help if I was actually logged in. Here's my password. You know what's going to happen for that, don't you? There we go. And we're in. Let's move the screen back now. As you can see, I'm a professional person when it comes to YouTube and recording videos. I'm very, very professional. So I don't just wing it. Definitely not. I don't just move everything around on the fly. So let's see how we get into it if we can find a battle. I am as well should have plenty more opportunities for content coming up, because I'm in another a singles draft league this time in a collaboration with Finchinator and SSBG, which is the group I'm part of with Clan Wars. And along with that, I'm also in September joining it's a doubles. Who else do I want? I'll bring Palkia in the back. Yeah, it's a doubles double thing, where basically I end up with a partner and we have to do multi-battles. And with these multi-battles, what am I trying to say? With the multi-battles, when I can get them out, is I have a partner who I build with, and we will go from there, where we have to battle together. I don't know whether we're allowed to talk yet or not to each other. That is yet to be seen, but that's something else I'm a part of, which will be fun. Is this water? Yeah. So we send in Palkia because it's going to be water. We expected the taunt. Surging Strike's not going to be doing too much to Palkia at all. And so we'll get this air slash off onto Urshifu. That's Urshifu dealt with. We're expecting Zacian to come back in. We can just Icy Wind and pivot back out. Yep, so again, Icy Wind, and we'll send in Incin. We're probably going to lose Incin here. I know he's subs, so we're not going to be breaking that, which is fine. His speed's dropped. We haven't got Tailwind is still up, so that's a problem, but we'll just continue to Icy Wind. It's Flare Blitz, just in case he does switch. He does switch. Him with Blade the Tornadoes. We've got the Sash shot. This is a really good, really strong position at the moment. So we got rid of that. Tailwind, one turn left. My taunt ended, so I can Tailwind and Flare Blitz again. He'll fake out, no doubt, and he'll probably take my Incineroar. Oh no, perfect. Okay, so he fakes out the wrong one. That's fine. Don't need to worry about that anymore. But now we threaten because he cannot protect easily. Now I'm going to Earth Power, and I'm going to Flare Blitz this spot as well. As Tornadoes comes back in as expected, Earth Power misses. Flare Blitz over here. He's going to come back in. And Flare Blitz my Landorus. Zacian comes back in, which is a bit of annoying. So we're just going to Earth Power him. And I think we'll send in Palkia. Just so we can get that back off. Parting Shot makes sense. So into Incineroar. As you can see, it is a difficult matchup to deal with in total. We'll just, oh, he's got no one else, so we can just fake you out. And do we want to go for the Hydro Pump? Actually, no, he's probably going to... Go for a Flare Blitz, and a Hydro Pump on you as well. Sacred Sword, that shouldn't KO. No, perfect. Hydro Pump, not quite a KO, but Flare Blitz will be. And he's Parting Shotting again. So we win that one because they called their last turn wrong. As you can see, these teams aren't great into the top ones, depending on how the other person plays. But we'll go ahead and get one more in anyway, just so you can see how it is playing and whether it's worth bringing into game or if we're going to need to do a bit more. We've got another Zacian team here, as expected. Do we go with the same lead? I think we'll lead off Landorus. We'll be a bit more aggressive this time. We'll have... Who do I want in the back? Stack Attacker and Among Us, I think. Do I bring Palkia here? I don't think Palkia's... So this is the problem, is like, if you're questioning whether you bring your restricted or not, it's probably not a good restricted. And we'll go Moongus. Actually, it's probably better to go Stack Attack and a Moongus on lead with two Genies in the back. I think that's a better lead. But yeah, as I was trying to say earlier while trying to concentrate as well, I'm starting a draft league soon. I'm halfway through it. That'll be a Nat Dex draft league where Z moves are banned, but Megas you get one each. Obviously, you want to get one Mega. And along with that, I'm also joining a doubles tag team. That was the word I was looking for. A doubles tag team battle. Okay, so what are we going for here? So the fake out is super obvious. I don't think... Does Earth Power probably KO, so I'll probably need a Shooker there. So if we just bring in Landorus and we'll Spore. Fake out as expected. Earth Power as expected. So now we just... They got anyone that can come in. They've got absolutely no one that can come into this Earth Power. We Earth Power Incineroar, and we'll Spore the Lander. Now, do we Spore? Rillaboom could come in, so we're going to Earth Power you and Rage Powder just to be safe. So your Shooker, which is decent. Mr. Stone Edge, Flare Blitz, that's going to KO me, unfortunately. Damaged by the recoil, that's fine. So now I'm going to come in and Rock Slide and Icy Wind. Don't quite need to Tailwind just yet, so I'll save it one more turn. Icy Wind, this should KO then now, this should be a double KO. And I can Tailwind next turn. Regieleki and Rillaboom. Okay, this puts me in a much stronger position then. So, who is the bigger problem? It's Rillaboom, who's probably going to fake out. We're going to Sludge Bomb, and we're going to Tailwind. As expected. Tailwind. So you're going to Thunderbolt. My sash comes off, but now I can Icy Wind along with it, and you've got to choose now. So Sludge Bomb. And Icy Wind. Protected. Perfect. Shouldn't KO ever. Yep. Icy Wind. Sludge Bomb should pick up the KO now. Oh, hangs on just about. So now we protect. And switch into Stack Attacker. It's a bit risky, I think. But it gives me a bit more Leniency Grassy Glide as expected, yep. Thunderbolt. It's doing a lot. I'm not quite sure what I expected to get from this. So grassy terrain, there's 2 turns left. I may have just thrown this because of that. Well, let's rock slide. Considering Tailwind was up, that really was a silly thing to be doing. We've got 1 turn of terrain left, so I just protect. Now I don't think this Regieleki can touch me either, so as long as I get rid of this terrain, I should be fine. Yeah, that should be game now. Sludge Bomb. As long as there's no misses or anything fancy coming out, that should be it. Oh, my heart sank then, I forgot. Oh, yep, he forfeits. You know he can't touch me. So that is 2 successful games that, you know, to be honest, as you can see, you struggle with this team, but it's not unusable. So I hope you've enjoyed this little live. As I say, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think down below, and answer the question of the day: which mythical would you build around? If you don't know what the mythicals are, they're a separate group of Pokemon that involve things like Mew, Cerebi, and Victini, Darkrai. Just they're slightly different to mythicals. No, not mythicals, because they are mythicals, idiot. Slightly different to legendaries, but it's kind of a subclass of legendary anyway. And I hope you have a good day. Peace.